don't sound right to y'all or not, but it's getting strong magic.
Hello everybody, my name's Skippy, and welcome back to Factorio. So in the last episode, we finished making green science and started automating inserters and transport belts and steel. And as you can see, I'm pretty sure as you saw in the last episode, that we've already finished electric energy distribution. I can definitely speak. Anyway, so we researched that in the last episode, but the problem is, after I got done with that, I forgot to save, and so I went back to, I think it was the end of episode 4, to where we left off there, and so I had to go back and watch my the last episode to sort of redo the green science transfer belts and the steel production, and also have to research electric energy distribution and also advanced metal processing. So well, that was a bit of a setback, but at least I got it done and taken care of. So anyway, in today's episode, I think we are going to start, let's start upgrading our furnaces. Actually, let's look down the line here. So once we upgrade advanced metal processing, we will be able to create low density structure, concrete, and advanced metal processing 2. Advanced metal processing 2 will give us production science, but we can't exactly make production science because we do need we need chemical science, and the only way to get chemical science is by doing logistics, by researching logistics 2 and the engine and the advanced metal processing, as well as railway and fluid handling. Railway will lead us into production science. So I think we should start doing some oil, or at least starting to get a foundation of oil research done, such as fluid handling and oil processing. So I'll wait till this gets done, and let's get this done and advanced metal processing researched before we start going and researching the next stuff. So let's see what we need to do first. Let's go and search for some oil, and wait till this gets done researching, and we can start with that. So let's see, is there anything else we need to do? I think these are good for now. We will have to expand our mining out a bit more, because as you see right here on the map, these will last us for quite a while. These patches of ore will, and this coal, but we will run out soon, and there are a couple other patches around here. But the thing is that the more we produce stuff, the less resource patches we'll have, and so we'll have to go and out further to get them resources. So let's go and see if we can look for some oil, and when we do, I am thinking we should play with some trains, probably in the next episode if we can, or at least later on. And look what we have here. We have ourselves a biter base. So biters are the enemies of this game. As you can see, they are very, very hostile when you approach their base. So these are spitter bases right here. Nope, these are actually biter ones. These are biters, but these come in many different forms. Spitters, biters, and I think that's it. So anyway, these enemies that we're facing right now are just regular old biters, or small biters, And I ran out of ammo. That's nice. Let's just make some more before we die. But anyway, these little enemies right here are small biters, and these biters will start evolving once we kill off their bases, and also start exploring more, creating more pollution, and also some more and like going further into research. So we will have to be a bit wary about these enemies because they will become a bit of a nuisance later on when we start, going out and expanding further. So we finished researching advanced metal processing, and I think we shall start researching the combustion engine. And the combustion engine will lead us into railways, which will give us train tracks, the locomotive, and the locomotive container. And if we research fluid handling, it'll give us pumps and storage tanks, as well as these other forms of transporting fluid, such as in barrels, and also the automobile, which will help us get around the map a bit quicker. So we'll wait till that gets researched, and let's continue on exploring and seeing if we can find some oil. One other way to sort of expand your vision of the map is by creating radars right here. And I'm pretty sure that this still exists, where the biters will always go after the radar. Like, the radar is like their main thing that they want to get rid of, I think. So if you're like making a base, it's good to like have walls around your radar plus like a turret or something. So anyway, it looks like we're getting a bit far out here, and we're finding some biters up along here. Hopefully they won't cause too much of a headache, and we can continue looking around a bit more freely. While we're at it, let's just make some more ammunition for our SMG, and hopefully we can find some oil. If we don't, we'll just go back and start producing, or start making some engines, which costs quite a bit of iron, so that means we'll have to make some more miners, and also some steel furnaces, which we can just do by hand, because I think the later science packs, or one of them, only takes, I think, just electric. Anyway, so we finished researching the engine, and let's research logistics 2. Sorry, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself right now. So logistics 2 will help us have quicker transport belts, splitters, and underground belts, which is very useful for transporting your resources around your factory a lot quicker. And each of these belts get used, or each of these belts will get used in upgrading the next. And the final tier is what's called the express belt, or express transport belts, and those move stuff so much quicker than these yellow belts. So let's place down one of these and another one of these. Give them power. Oh, I need to make some more electric poles. Alright, there we go. And as you can see here, we can actually start making some medium electric poles and some big electric poles. Medium electric poles give us a very, very wide range, and also a very wide, or like they can travel a lot further, and they give us a lot bigger, much more bigger area for to power our stuff. And let's see, let's make some steel, or not some steel, some stone bricks. So let's mine these 2 rocks right here, and let's start making some stone bricks. So we'll do the same thing as always, is make a line, or like a small one. This isn't like your stone bricks doesn't have to be too big. Let's actually make it a little bit further out, so like right here, and then we could just have them split off into each direction. But yeah, we don't need this too big. I'd say like 4 is plenty, so we can just cut back right here and just have 2 furnaces go in right here. So right here, put furnace right here, right there. And we can probably pull some coal off of right here and just bring it down off of this splitter right here, or not. Yeah, we can just move this splitter back up here, bring this down over, split it nowhere, and then yeah, there we go. We can just have that go there, and then we can just have another belt over here and just have this go over here and then down. It's about right there-ish. Yeah, right there, and then we just have long head inserter. Let's move that back up there, and then we can have there, and then have this come over. It's a very rather long and tedious process, but trust me, we will get there. And that's not supposed to go right there, it's supposed to go one ahead. There we go. It's been a rather tiring day today. I'm pretty sure it is for the rest of you, since well, for me at least, school got cancelled, which is fantastic, and it's a very big inconvenience for me especially, because I just want to get done with school, darn it. Let's stick another splitter right there, and then we'll just have this come up here. This isn't going to be pretty, but it's going to be functional at least. And that's all we're looking for, is functionality. See? It looks pretty. It really doesn't. Anyway, let's just drag this over here and plug that into there, and now we should be having stone bricks, except I need to attach coal first. Now we can have stone bricks. Oh, but we need power. We're almost at stone bricks. Anyway, let's just expand this a little bit further, but yeah, about there, and then just have that just come over here, and we'll just have this go into a chest that we can collect, because we don't need stone bricks in mass production right now. But it's good to have some future proofing for later. So when we do get to that point, we'll be able to have we'll be able to expand this out further and so it'll be much easier to produce stuff. So that's stone bricks taken care of. I'll stick an insert right here and a chest right here, and just put all that in except for a couple. Anyway, so let's put these raiders down, at least 2. Let's say 1 right there. Yeah, I think they'll do. Yeah, let's just put 1 right there and 1 right there. And now we need to increase our iron production because this is starting to look a bit sad without this whole line being filled up. So we finished logistics 2, and now we can make fast transport belts and fast underground belts and fast splitters, which will increase the movement of resources. It's it's gonna get a lot more complicated from now on, or it already is complicated, but it's gonna get even more complicated. So let's just extend that a bit forward and stretch. Yawn. Oh, excuse me. And transport belts. Actually, no. Let's do these first. So, as you can see here, with the medium power poles, it gets increased 2 times outwards. So if you mouse over here, you can barely see sort of like the outline of the small electric pole. So this goes out 1 more, and this has a much longer reach than yeah, it has a much more longer reach than small electric poles, so we can be a lot more efficient with how we do our electric stuff. So with these, I usually like to just replace them right here. So with this, so let's just get rid of all these poles right here and sort of do this right here, this right here, this right here, and this right here. And that took away, I think, 2 times the power poles, I think. Yeah, it did. So, and I usually use these small electric poles for stuff like, what is it? Like for like odd inserters that are just there, but you need them there in order to put stuff on like a line or something. So that's what I usually use these small electric poles for. But the thing I usually do is I just stick the stuff that I don't need in a chest, and I just destroy that chest because it's, you know, not necessary anymore. So let's just stick these right here and right there. I don't know why that's hooking up to there. Shouldn't be. There and there. Alright, that looks much, much nicer. And now we need some more iron. Yeah, iron is a very, very big resource in the early game. But later on, the resources that we'll have to focus on is steel and copper. But with steel, you know, you need iron, so it's just about everything. Every resource you need to focus on, but early game, mostly iron. So anyway, let's make some more of these medium electric power poles and just replace these small electric ones as we go. So let's continue on with our research right here, and let us make the automobile. Yeah, let us make the automobile so we can go and... Excuse me. Don't worry, I'm okay. It's just allergies. I'm allergic to fruitless mulberries. Just to let you know. Don't worry, I'm okay. But anyway, we'll research automobileism so we can create our car, and so we can move around the map a lot quicker and more efficient instead of on foot. Just look at that. It's so nice and sort of even and beautiful and majestic. I'm also gonna bring a power pole from down here and attach it to there just in case this power pole gets destroyed. We'll still be able to have electricity going through our factory instead of just there. I forgot to put this right there. Anyway, let's go pick up some stone bricks, and now we can start making some steel furnaces. So these will take a little while to produce. So let's see. While we are at it, let us start making some fast transport belts. So usually I just have sort of like a small setup for fast transport belts, because for what I'm aware of, you really don't need, fast transport belts aren't really needed in like a whole lot of production, but I'm not too sure on that. There probably is. Like, I know that you need them, the fast transport belts, to make express transport belts, but that's not until you reach logistics 3, which is right here, when you start making these. But I'm not too sure if fast transport belts are needed in any recipes except for that. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I kind of forgot about, since it has been not like a whole long while, but it's been a little bit since I've started like a new whole thing of Factorio, because in like some of my other ones in my other world, I'm like already done with the game. Like, I already finished it, but I just continue playing on that world, just because. And also, it's a good way to like experiment with some stuff, like different different ways to like process stuff, different layouts. Like this right here, this whole layout right here is one of my cleanest layouts I've had for producing stuff. Like, it really is, because I'm like able to expand upwards and downwards. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is one of my more cleanest playthroughs of making a factory. So anyway, we're almost done researching the car, and let's upgrade our armor really quick to heavy armor. And I'll create a chest, and I'm just going to put all the junk that we don't need into here. So let's stick these in there. Let's stick some of this wood in there. We really don't need it. And we'll stick this in here. And equip that. And our pistol. We won't need that. Just move this over. And then Q, and then C. And that's destroyed. Alright, so we researched the car. and we just need a lot of steel. Or not steel, iron. And we also need to make the engines. So I think we might as well stick the engine right next to the transport belts, or the regular ones, just so we can come off of this gear line right here. And we also need to make pipes. And I think I'll have the engines go downwards down here. So yeah, I'll just get the basic layout right here, and I'll cut to that in a second. So let's start making pipe first. That is what we'll need first. So let's get some assemblers and start sticking them in places. So we can have 1, 2, 3. And this will be making engines. We'll just stick them in here for now. And now we need one for steel and one for pipes. And pipes we can have coming off of here. We'll need steel to go upwards, and we can have a steel on one side, pipes on the other. Because, or maybe we should just have a dedicated pipeline and one dedicated steel line. I'm not so sure. I'm not too sure yet. But anyway, I also think we should have this go out at least one more, just so we can have sort of the engines go on one side, or go on one side, and then have them. Have gears go on one side using the long-handed inserters, and then having the engines go on the closer belt. So right here, and then we can just have them go downwards. Just have this go over here. And we'll put power to them later. But anyway, I think that'll cover it for the basic layout. And once I'm done, I'll bring you guys back. So catch you then. All right, and we're back. So as you can see here, we are now finally making engines. I also forgot to put on another research, but we can do that right now. Let's do fluid handling, so we can actually start doing some oil later on. But anyway, as you can see, we are now making engines, and this is very, very bad, and I will fix this later on, as soon as we get a little bit later into the game. But for now, this will have to do. So I'm just splitting some steel off of here, moving it over here, and just taking an inserter and just putting it on this line right here. And now I have pipes right here being put onto this side right here, and having each of these inserters, or these inserters right here, put the resources into here, which these are making engines, and I'm pretty sure you get the point of it. But yeah, so I'm gonna have this just out here for now. All this is gonna change later. But anyway, we can actually make a car. So let's make a car. And that was the fastest car that I've ever seen made. So this is our car right here. So all you do is just press enter, and as you can see, we try to start it, but nothing happened because we haven't put any fuel in it. But as soon as we put fuel in it, it starts up. It starts up, and now we can actually go and putt around. And this is a lot more quicker than driving. Now we can actually go and explore some more of this map and find oil. And let's start on another thing. Let's start on railway. That will be needed since this world, I'm pretty sure I did choose this as a railway world, where a lot of resources are like spread apart, and we're going to be using trains quite a bit. So anyway, as always, stuff gets damaged, so we can make ourselves some repair packs, which just cost which is just gears and electric circuits. And let's take out these small biters. Anyway, so to repair something, you just get your repair pack right here, and you just hold down left click, and it will repair it. So let's also make some ammo. This takes magazine ammo, or a form of magazine ammunition, and we can stick it in this car here. Let's just take half, open up our inventory, and just stick it right there. And now we can actually go and hunt, or go hunt on the move, or kill on the move, whatever you wanna say. But yeah, I also expanded our iron production a little bit more, just so we can have these lines filled up. So I think that'll do it for today. If you have any suggestions of something you want me to do, i.e. game, or questions that you want to ask me, just stick them down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to get to them. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace and bye-bye.